With 2 weeks left in the regular season, the race for a berth in the Mountain West Championship game is wide open. 7 teams are still alive, with 5 teams still with a chance to host the game. Hi everybody, I'm Jesse Kurtz here in the Mountain West Network studio. We have a big game at the Air Force Academy on Saturday with sole possession of first place on the line between Air Force and UNLV. Both teams enter Saturday with an 8-2 overall record and 5-1 in Mountain West play. Air Force is 10-1 at Falcon Stadium over the last 2 years. UNLV has reached the 8-win mark for the first time since 2000. Here's some insight into this colossal late-season clash from 2 guys who know these teams best.
I'm Jim Arthur, the radio play-by-play voice of the Air Force Falcons. What a big game between Air Force and UNLV. 3 keys for an Air Force victory. Key number 1, get back to being Air Force. I mean, the Falcons have to run the football. They haven't done it successfully against Army, and against Hawaii they struggled as well. And a lot of that, in my opinion, was up front with the offensive line, better known as Diesel. Diesel has struggled the last couple of games. They got to get back to who they are. And Air Force, the top rushing team in the nation, they need to get back to that number 1 status and show UNLV that they can run the football like they did the first 8 games of the season. That's key number 1. Key number 2. Now, the defense has got to stop the run for UNLV. I mean, look at what the Rebels have done. 31 touchdowns rushing. It's an incredible number. UNLV's had such success on the ground. And Air Force, you think about how well they've played other teams and slowed down their running attack. Well, that's what Air Force needs to do against UNLV. To me, the game really rides on that. Key number 3, and maybe the biggest key of all in my mind, and maybe it's between the ears a little bit. Air Force has to rediscover their moxie. I mean, they rolled through those first 8 games of the season. They were playing everybody well. They had come from behind efforts against San Jose State and also against Wyoming. I mean, they really played great football, complimentary football on both sides of the ball. And now Air Force seems kind of lost and wayward. And that moxie and that confidence, in my opinion, seems like it's gone a little bit. Find the moxie, regain that soul that you had that helped you start the season at 8-0. Those are my 3 keys for an Air Force victory.
The games they remember are played in November. Truer words have never been spoken, especially in the case of the UNLV Rebels, heading up to Colorado Springs to play the Air Force Falcons, both teams at 8-2. First-year head coach Barry Odom has already made some memories for the UNLV faithful. He's looking to add to that list with a victory. I'm Caleb Herring, current color commentator on the UNLV Sports Network, and here are the keys for a Rebel victory. Number 1, a fast start. The Rebels over the last couple of conference victories have got off to fast starts. The first quarter last week against Wyoming, 21 points. The first half against New Mexico, 35 points. And if Army has shown us anything, it's that the way to beat these Falcons is to get out to an early lead and have them playing catch up all day long. Key number 2 for the Rebels, controlling possession. And that comes in a lot of different ways. The Rebels have been fantastic on third down conversions offensively. Number 5 in the nation. If they want to keep the Falcons off the field with this high-powered running offense, they have to continue that trend of converting on third down. And another way they have to continue on third down success is to win on first and second down on defense. Making the Falcons play from behind the chains is a tale as old as time as far as success. The Falcons are no strangers to going for it on 4th and short, so the defense has to make sure they succeed on early downs. And key number 3, the Rebels' red zone efficiency has been solid all season long. 93% to be exact. But the Rebels have done a thing lately of getting into the end zone rather than settling for field goals. I think getting touchdowns rather than field goals is going to be key to the Rebels' success, and also on the defensive side, preventing the Falcons from getting touchdowns of their own. If they have chances for red zone stops, it'll be key to hold the Falcons to field goal attempts. Those are the 3 keys to the game that I think will lead to a Rebel victory against the Falcons.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Caleb. Air Force has won 5 in a row against UNLV. The last time the Rebels beat the Falcons was in 2013 when the guy you just heard from, Caleb Herring, quarterbacked UNLV to a 41-21 win on a bone-chilling night at Falcon Stadium. Saturday's forecast calls for much better weather with game time temperatures in the high 50s. Kickoff from Falcon Stadium is set for 1:30 Mountain Time on CBS Sports Network. Carter Blackburn and Randy Cross will have the call, with first place in the Mountain West on the line. From the Mountain West Network studio, I'm Jesse Kurtz.